If you're like me, the best mysteries always have some aspect of dread attached to them. Discovering something creepy or bizarre only amplifies our desire to know more about it. Honestly, before diving into YouTube for gaming, I considered talking about creepy mysteries from our world. But I do have to say, digital worlds have some pretty strange stuff too. And that's exactly what we'll be diving into today. With Super Mario Galaxy 2's release almost a decade ago, there is one popular mystery that perplexed people for quite a long time. A looming sense of dread and suspense that seemingly followed you throughout the level. These were known as the Hell Valley Sky Trees. Now, there's a multitude of theory videos focused around these objects that cover references to real-life folklore. But today I want to turn back the clock and revisit this iconic mystery that has perplexed gamers for many years. Since we're diving into Creepy Land, I've brought along animator and creepy connoisseur abitfrank to help set the stage. If you're unfamiliar with her YouTube channel, I highly recommend checking out her creepy analyses on some of your favorite series. So sit back, turn off the lights, and let's revisit the haunting presence of the beings from beyond the valley. Shiverburn Galaxy, 2010. In the midst of navigating World 5, we come across a stage divided between fire and ice. This stage in particular keeps you moving as well, as you're surrounded by dangers on all sides. One small misstep could toss you into the lava for multiple hits if you're not careful. Lots of players progress through this stage's linear format without giving the environment much thought. But the whole time we're playing this level, there's something creepy in the sky. A presence looming above us. If we head into first-person view and look to the canyon sides, at the top of the map are some stark silhouettes looking down at us. Now, it can be a bit hard to see their true form because there's so much heat manipulating what we see through our camera. But these are the iconic Hell Valley Sky Trees. Now, when these were first encountered, they didn't have a name like that, but they quickly entered creepypasta territory. The name of these strange figures actually stems from a data mine by user Tacos, as outlined on a Go Nintendo article from years ago. These beings we see up above are actually flat textures that are adhered to the skybox. The skybox is essentially the environmental container that contains the world, which usually includes the sky and other objects in the distance. In this case, the skybox was labeled Beyond Hell Valley Sky, whereas these creatures were labeled as Hell Valley Sky Tree. What's interesting is, most photos of these creatures actually show 3 in total. We have 2 off to the left and another off to the right. But since they're actually duplicate textures, there are 4 of these figures in total. One of them can just never be seen at all, because the texture for the canyon's edge actually crops them out. If we view them from a side angle, you can see how much of them are actually hidden.
But what are these things? Are they trees? Ghosts? Aliens? Despite them being labeled as trees, it still doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If they truly are trees, why are these the only ones around the entire canyon? If this place is volcanic and has erupted or expelled lava at some point, shouldn't all of the trees have been wiped out by now? They definitely look like spooky ghosts, and there are notable differences between them. Some have arms, and some do not. But the thing is, this actually isn't the only level that has these figures. In fact, the last level of the game has them too. Grandmaster Galaxy is a hodgepodge of all things encountered in the game, and halfway through the stage, we encounter this same environment without all the lava. It's actually way easier to see the creepy dudes in this stage because without the lava, there aren't any heat waves obscuring your vision. In both stages, these creatures always seem to be right above you, but that's not actually because they're following you. In the Super Mario Galaxy games, the skyboxes around the environment are held in place and don't move when you move. Even if you were to use a flying hack and try to fly up to the beings from beyond the valley, you'd be flying towards them forever. And that's precisely why one of the aspects of this mystery has always remained. Without being able to reach them, we can't actually get a sense of scale. Until now, that is.
The thing is, even if we reposition the skybox in the game, it'll snap back to its original position. Only rotation is saved, it seems. However, while it is tedious to line up, we can move the skybox to overlap the level itself with a 3D viewer. The scale is pretty much exactly the same, except Mario is stuck in good old T-pose. But this is where things get interesting, because it isn't until we bring these beings to our position that we realize just how giant they really are. The biggest of all of them is at least 100 times the height of Mario, if not more, with the smallest, which is the creature to the far right that normally cannot be seen, being about 30 times Mario's height. Whoever made these quote-unquote sky trees also seemed to do them in a rush, as on their texture, there's a single row of pixels at the very top that can be seen. Obviously, when viewing this on console, it's not crisp enough to notice, but it definitely exists within the file.
Something to note about the figures on the cliffside is that the ones with arms strongly resemble EHL or L from Luigi's Mansion. This was an unused enemy or beta boss from Luigi's Mansion that had long arms and a stringy torso. When viewed from below, the holes in the figure itself seem to line up with the 2 eye holes we see in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Since reviewing it from down below, this rotation would be accurate in terms of what we'd see, but it's still a bit out there and highly unlikely there's any connection.
Unfortunately, the Hell Valley Sky Trees will continue to remain a mystery for the remainder of days, since we've never actually gotten an official word on why they exist. All we can do is assume they were put there as sort of an Easter egg. Knowing how massive they are in size kinda makes them more menacing than what I thought of them before though. Beyond that, up until this point, I feel like I've always read about the 3 figures above the canyon, when in reality, there are 4. It's just no one has ever seen the 4th in game. 4 giants who could crush Mario if they wanted to, but they'll just remain ominous figures looking over the land below, forever staring down, and us forever wondering what they were about. If you're still watching, do me a favor and check out abitfrank's channel. She produces amazing animated content about some of your favorite series. I highly recommend you go over there right now to watch some of her videos, as the amount of effort she puts into each one is crazy. She did all the animated sections in this video, and she just put out a video about Stranger Things to kick off Season 3. No spoilers, of course. She also has videos on Coraline, Tangled, and so much more. Go to the description now or click the eye icon above. And thank you so much for showing her channel some support. Also, let me know if there are any other mysteries you want me to cover. Recently, I've stuck to new ones that haven't been showcased before, but there's plenty of nostalgia in some of the classics like this one. Anyways, thanks for watching guys and gals, and until my next video, cheers.